So there's a lot of players with a contract around the league hoping to get a new deal or hoping to go to another place they can play on. The most interesting names at Melbourne are those in contract at the end of this season. We know Melbourne is probably headed to a season of upheaval after they mostly stayed the course at the end of last season. They chose not to entertain any deals for Christian Petrarca or Clayton Oliver, despite interest from them in going elsewhere. That kind of decision-making will have to change at the end of this season. So Clayton Oliver doesn't really have suitors at the moment. Any trade for him and his mega bucks over the next 5 years, that will be a tough trade to make for Melbourne. They won't be getting much back there, and they potentially would have to pay some of his salary to play elsewhere. We know he was interested in Geelong. It doesn't look like the Cats are as interested at this stage, but they can come late, and we'll see whether they hold that interest again this year. Stephen May has had a tough year. He's out with suspension. It hasn't been a good year for him. He had to go at his captain, even Max Gawn, at one stage during the season. There'll be a lot of clubs out there looking for defensive support. He has a contract for next year, Stephen May, so he can stay, likely to stay at this stage. But the Western Bulldogs, for example, are a team that needs some more key defensive support. They're leaking too many goals. Would he go there to a team in the premiership window that's looking to take a big swing? Jake Lever is another one who could be open to a big swing himself. He was dropped at one stage by Melbourne this year. It would make a lot of sense for a team like North Melbourne to come after him for a bit of veteran support, can aid a young backline there and play a key role for a team that needs it. He is contracted into the future, so it's hard to see Melbourne departing with him, but if he's been dropped, maybe he forces his way out the door. There's a lot of names at Melbourne that need to be looked at. Bailey Fritsch is another one. Melbourne has been adamant that they'll be keeping him, but there are a lot of clubs also looking for goal kickers. What he does well, Bailey Fritsch, is kick goals. He might do a few other things that you don't love, but he always kicks goals. So a team like Carlton, if they want to bounce back in the premiership window, they would love another target up forward. Could there become some kind of swap with Harry Mackay? He's looking for another home potentially going forward. Melbourne is still searching for a key forward into the future. So Simon Goodwin is going to be sitting down in the off-season and probably the weeks ahead before then, planning what's going to happen with this next generation of Melbourne, because right now the premiership window is shut. They're going to have to make some moves if they want to bring it back open.